Hi, how are you? My name is Krista Aridi, and I've been building my Mary Kay business for almost 4 years. And I live in the Cleveland area, so actually right between Cleveland and Akron in Ohio is where I am from. So I'm going to be showing you the brown eye look. So this is the brown color card for brown eyes. I do not have brown eyes, but the great thing is you can definitely use these color cards with the blue eye or the brown eye or the green eye if you don't have those eye colors. They're really great colors. I'm going to show you how to wear them. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is the face primer. So I don't have any makeup on, and I'm going to start with the face primer. This face primer is wonderful. It's SPF. It has SPF in it, and it's a wonderful, really light product that dries to like a powdery finish. It's really smooth, it's really soft on, and it's really a great base. So if you are out in the sun or wearing makeup all day, it helps your makeup stay on, and it helps so your makeup doesn't settle into your fine lines and creases. So it helps the longevity and to keep your makeup fresh. So it's just as you would prime a wall before you paint it, you prime your face. This can also be worn alone, and it's really, really wonderful and soft, and again is SPF. So if you are just going to the pool and you don't want your makeup to run, put this on so you have the SPF covering it, and it gives you a nice foundation, a nice base. So this is the foundation primer. I'm going to start with that. Then I'm going to move on to our CC cream. Right now I'm using the medium to deep. I also mostly use the light to medium in the winter months. And again, this has SPF in it and a little bit of color, so it gives you a really nice, like really light coverage, but a nice base for all of your makeup. So I'm using the CC cream. It's a wonderful product, and many people just really love it, and I'm just so happy that we have the CC cream because it's just such a nice all over coverage, light coverage, but a great base for the rest of the makeup that you put on. Okay, so that's the CC cream. And then I'm going to go right into the eye look. You can also put on an eye primer. Let me see if I can grab that actually. Oh, I will. Excuse me. I'm going to put on the eye primer. Again, it's targeted to your eyelids. It really helps so your eye makeup doesn't crease into your eyelid. Protects them, especially when it's hot and you sweat. And so it just creates a layer between your skin and your makeup. Incidentally, I was in Disney this past week, and these primers were wonderful for keeping my makeup sweat-proof. Just really having some nice coverage. So they were wonderful year-round, but really, really great when the winter is warm. And in the Midwest, I think it's going to happen soon, even though I came home to snow. So now again, I'm going to use the brown color card. So what's really nice about the color cards is it's numbered. So the eyeshadows, the cheek color, and the lipstick, and it's numbered, and it tells you where to apply each color. So I'm going to just follow along. I'm going to show you just following along by the color card. So the first eyeshadow we're going to try is the hazelnut, and the hazelnut is just a great, again, I don't have brown eyes, but I use these colors, and even using them together would look great on any eye color. So I'm going to use my all over eyeshadow brush with the hazelnut. So again, that's number one, and it tells you where to put the hazelnut. So we're going to apply it to the eyelid, and I'm using right off the color card so you can see the really great color that's included on these cards and how nice it is. I love to use these cards. I grab a couple when I travel, and it definitely gives me a couple days of makeup. So if you get these cards, definitely keep them for a few days, and you can use them 1 to 2 uses for sure. So, and they're really nice to travel with or to throw in your purse. So again, if you don't have one, ask your consultant and they will happily send them to you. So that's a hazelnut. It's just a really nice light brown. It's a wonderful base shade. It goes with so many other colors. And you'll see how it really helps the green pop, the Emerald Noir. So again, the hazelnut is number one. That's what I just put on my eyelid. And then in the crease, I'm going to do this Emerald Noir. Okay, so that's number 2. And again, it shows you right on the card how to put it in the crease. So I'm going to use my crease brush. And I'm going to show you how forgiving these eyeshadows are if you use the correct tools. So This is my crease brush. So I'm just gonna put it right, just kind of dab it a little bit. Whenever I put the colors in the crease, I kind of shake it. I hit the top of my faucet, excuse me, my sink, just kind of brush it off. So you don't have too much. And all you really do, and again, I'm not a pro when it comes to eyeshadows, so I'm gonna show you how to do it, but basically you're just putting it right into the crease. So now if you have heavily lidded eyelids, meaning that when you open your eyes, that crease kind of goes away, like mine does a bit, you might want to go a little bit above the crease. And you really, I mean, when you press the brush, you find the crease because that's where your eyelid naturally creases, right? For lack of a better word. And then you can go, I just kind of create a little bit of a V over the top. Again, I'm going to show you how forgiving this really is. I'm going to do the other side. Try to match these up a little bit. And again, you don't want to pull the skin when you apply your eyeshadow. You want to be really gentle. And you know what? If they don't totally match, you try to match them up a little bit. I think it's a little darker on the one side. Do the best you can, but again, you're going to see when we use our blending brushes how to match that up a little bit. And then the third, excuse me, the third is this biscotti. So it's number 3. It's this really light, like almost buttercream. It's such a wonderful base color. If you don't have biscotti, it's so great in so many different looks. Hold on, I just dropped. I dropped something. Okay, so I'm gonna put the biscotti, and the biscotti goes basically under your brow bone. You just kind of want to make sure these colors kind of hit all the other colors, because that's how you're gonna blend them, okay? We're not blending them now. We're basically just painting by number. I just did a crayon by number with my kiddos today. Same idea, but on your face. And then we're gonna use this blending brush. So these are relatively newer to our brush tools, these eye blending brushes, and you have this really fluffy brush, and this does all the magic. So you basically just blend, 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 blend. Again, this is why you wanted all the eyeshadows to touch each other so they blend really nicely. And that's how you blend. If there's a little bit more, and you blend. Now if you blend and you're like, oh gosh, I can't see what I just did, then add a little more color. Or however light or dark you want it to be, or however you want it to look. There's not a lot of rules when it comes, there's certainly guidelines when it comes to eyeshadows and colors, but there's nothing you're gonna do that's wrong or right. So do what makes you feel comfortable and the right amount of color, and then that's gonna be the right look for you. Okay, so that's a brown eye look. Now I'm gonna finish up with a few things. So again, I just used hazelnut, oh, everything's dropping. Hazelnut, Emerald Noir, and the biscotti, okay? And I'm gonna come back and finish my eyes in a bit. And then I'm gonna go back. So now the cheek color is the Desert Rose. Okay, so I'm gonna use, excuse me, my cheek brush. Sorry, I came back with a little bit of a cold. Use my cheek brush, okay? This is wonderful. There's 3 different pieces to this. If you have a contour, you put the contour here and you contour there. If you have a highlighter, you put the highlighter like that, you apply it like that, and you put the highlighter on that side. And then the middle of the brush is what you use for the cheek color. So this is like a 3-in-1 brush. You can go from contour to highlighter to blush all in one brush, and it just blends so wonderfully. That's so great. Like, look at all those really nice bristles. Okay, so this is the Desert Rose. And you're just, well, that's a lot. We're gonna blend this. And you just put on the apples up your cheeks. I think the other one will be a little bit lighter. Yeah, I got a little cuckoo over here. And so you can blend it out with, I'm gonna blend it with some translucent powder. So we're gonna let this go for a minute. But it's a really beautiful color, and it's a really nice color, or a really nice shade. And let me blend it now for a second. I'm gonna go a little bit out of order because I want to blend some of that. I'm using just this translucent powder, which is just what it sounds like. It's really good for coverage, and it's a setting powder really. But like I like it because I think it makes my makeup look set and helps with a little extra, not so much coverage as a foundation would have coverage, but just smoothing, if that makes sense. And you can see what it's doing to that, all that cheek color that was a bit much. So again, I wouldn't really do this in the end, and if I wasn't on camera right now, I would just let it go, but it felt a bit distracting. Okay, so that's the Desert Rose. And then I'm gonna go back to my eyes, and what I'm gonna do is finish off my brows. I feel like if I don't have a ton of makeup on, I always do my brows, because my brows, it's really what frames your face. So that's a tip. If you're not gonna put a lot of makeup on, but you wanna leave the house with something, I would go with lipstick and I would go with brows. Of course, some people feel like they can't leave the house without mascara or cover up, but if you have your eyebrows done, you will help your face look a little bit more framed out. So I'm using this, a brow liner. I'm using Brunette, and just to do these tiny, tiny little pencil-like strokes, really, really tiny, because you want it to mimic the look of hairs, right? So these tiny little strokes. And then I'm using our brow, like eyebrow eyeliner, 2-in-1. So this is like great for brows or for an eyeliner. And then this is the brush, the spoodle. Is that what it's called? Pardon, okay? So I just did the brow liner really quick to frame out my face a bit. And then I'm using the Fanorama mascara. I really like this one for every day. So you go back and forth, starting at your lash line, your base of your eyelashes. Ooh. The other one, I'm gonna show you. These are nice because they also have these little brushes at the end, if you can see. There you go. So they have the, excuse me, the brushes that come out, and then the bristles that are kind of rounded. And that's to get the corner of your eyelashes. The outside corner, inside and outside corner. To get those little tiny hairs. Okay, so that's what that's for. And then I'm going to put on, so the trick with eyeliner is actually using it after you do the mascara. So in case you have little like smudgies or crumbs, you can swipe over with the eyeliner and it helps to cover that up. So I'm using eyeliner in deep brown. I love this for an everyday eyeliner. It's softer than a black, a little bit less dramatic, which I tend to like for an everyday eyeliner. So that's a little bit of an eyeliner. I went really light with the eyeliner. And then I'm gonna finish up with the Rosewood, which is a lipstick that is included in the brown eye look. You know what I'm gonna start with? So before I do that, and there's actually a nice, so I would keep it covered if you're gonna use this more than once. You just open it from the top. So that's the Rosewood. And what I'm gonna start with is I love lip liner for longevity of your lipstick and to create a nice base. You can really change the color of your lipstick by using lip liner. And for example, if you had something super natural but you wanted it more coral, you could do coral lip liner. This is the medium nude. It's pretty natural, so it won't change your color too much, but it helps to soften it up. If you have a color that's like really bright. So you just saw me line my lips, and you start at the Cupid bow and then you start at the line underneath. If you have thin lips, you might want to line them a little bit outside your lip line. If you have fuller lips, you might want to line them inside your lip line. I do have thinner lips, but right now I just kind of lined them right at the lip line. So that, I just missed a little spot. There you go. And then I'm gonna use my finger, but if I had a little, could use a little lipstick applicator. I'm just gonna use the rosewood. I have this rosewood, I love it. It's a great color. And again, these are really good on the go, these little color cards. And that's the rosewood. And this is the rosewood gel semi-shine lipstick. So if you have lipstick questions, ask your consultant and they can walk you through the formulas and what's best and what you're looking for, because everyone has a different desire in their lipstick. So that is the brown color card. So we went through the eyeshadows, the hazelnut, the emerald noir, and the biscotti. The desert rose was the blush color, and then we just did the rosewood, which is the lipstick. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day.